Yo, every Wednesday night, you better tune in tight. At 7 p.m. CST, we bring in that insight. Halas Hall Report, best podcast in the game. Stats and facts, you'll remember the name. Host Ken Dub got the knowledge on lock. Co-host Woody the Bear fan, talking all that talk. 3 Bear fans chilling, opinions on the side. We're here for the love, riding that Bear pride. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the skies. Lions think they're fierce with Dan Campbell's call, but all that greed ain't gonna help them at all. Same old story, we know how it goes. They just can't compete, everybody knows. Minnesota Vikings always talking smack, but when it's game day, they ain't got the knack. Sitting on the couch while we're making a stand. Over here in Chi-Town, we're the best in the land. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the skies. Packer fans yell blow pack blow, but can't see the truth. We're stealing the show. Rivalry heated, but we stay real cool. Halas Hall Report, yeah, that's the rule. With every episode, we build that hype. Stats and team news, we got the right type. Fan base strong, we ain't looking back. 2025, it's a winning attack. So gather round fans, put your hands in the air. Every Wednesday night, we're breathing that bear. Join the revolution, watch the magic unfold. Halas Hall Report, we're breaking the mold. Halas Hall, we break it down right. Join us on the journey from day to night. Blue and orange army taking over the scene. 2025's the year, know what we mean. Bear fans unite, it's our time to rise. Sunday mornings, pre-game vibes in the sky. So mark your calendars, don't miss a beat. Every Wednesday night, Halas Hall can't be beat. Stats, facts, team news on deck. Halas Hall Report, what did you expect? 2025, the Bears are here to stay. Blue and orange in the north, leading the way.
Well. Welcome to Halas Hall Report on this Victory Sunday over the Green Bay Packers. Hell of a game. On the panel today, we got Bear fan Dan. Is it a dream, Dan? Is it a dream?
No, I'm still in shock.
Right. Then we got Billy, was actually at the game yesterday. Billy, how you doing, bud?
Living the dream, baby. Living the dream.
And we got Broski Bear that was at a Carolina bar yesterday during the first game. But how you doing, Broski?
We're doing good, man. We're surprisingly feeling good today, considering all the wild turkey I drank yesterday.
And we got Mike in the background doing his producer stuff. So, well, yesterday's game was a game of the halves. First half, Bears only were down 21-3. And the second half, we ended up coming out on top. So, Billy, what was your surprise of the game? I mean, where did this game take a turn for the better?
Well, it's a game as soon as we came out of halftime, man. I mean, that's where it was. Because, like I say, when we started that game, I mean, just the stadium, I mean, it was rocking. And then it was just silence, and it was upsetting. The guy next to me left, and I'm like, don't even leave. And he left right before halftime. And I'm like, that's insane. But like I say, they came back and after field goal, and it was just like, all right, we got something going. You seen it? I mean, you seen Caleb Williams on the sideline. He was pissed, man. He was pissed. So he came out doing his thing. But hey, Cardiac Bears, man. I mean, it's a win. It's how we've been winning all season. I mean, it's driving me nuts, but man, it's amazing.
I had
personally
10 heart attacks yesterday.
Right. I personally don't understand who would pay $500 for a ticket and leave early, especially with 6 comeback wins, now 7.
Yep, that was insane. But hey, it gave me some more elbow room. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Broski, how'd you feel after that first half? Did you think we were still in it, or you're like, let's drink some more?
Oh yeah, I mean, I kept it flowing, man. I no matter what, I'm watching the whole game. Like, that's one thing about me, man. I didn't think we had a chance at that point, but I'm watching the whole game. I'm not leaving. I'm sticking it out to the end. And, hey, whatever these coaches say to these players at halftime, man, I don't know what the hell is going on. Hopefully it doesn't involve any illegal substances, but yeah, man, they made the adjustments on offense and defense, and they scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. That's insane.
Yeah, and I was watching. Obviously, I was watching on Fox 32 because I had it on Prime, but I was watching on that channel, and I watched the whole post game. Those news commentators, they were so excited, and I think it was an hour after the game, they went back to the Soldier Field, and the crowd was still there.
Yep.
I was like, holy shit! But Billy was there, and he saw everything, and the fans. I mean, what was the atmosphere? I know it was all exciting, and everybody was up on their seat. But explain, since you were there, what was the atmosphere like after that comeback win against our biggest rival?
Well, like you said, we didn't leave. I mean, everybody was just soaking it up. Like, we finally did it, man. We finally did it. And it's just like, no one wanted to leave. I mean, the Bears fans the Bears were out there cheering, and it was just electrifying, man. I mean, everybody. It was great, man. It was great to see, man. Usually we're always leaving. We're mad. This one was awesome, man.
Damn, where were you at watching the game yesterday? Were you by yourself? Were you with friends, family? Were you drinking some grain alcohol?
I was by myself. My daughter came over after work with about 2 minutes left in the game, and that her boyfriend, he's a Packer fan, and that we're all here watching the game, and yeah, me and her were going crazy when we scored, and then when we won the game, he was just silent.
And Mike, were you by yourself yesterday watching the game, or were you with Bill, the Packer fan?
Yeah, you know who I watch the games with for the most part, for sure.
So what was Bill saying after that first half?
He didn't say a whole lot. I mean, it was a good first half, but as the other Packer fans say, it's been a good first half for them, and then they go flat in the second half. We're backwards. We come out flat, and then we have second half adjustments, which the previous years we didn't have that. It's nice to have it, but we cannot start the game like that, especially going further into the playoffs. We can't go down 14 zip or go to the red zone and only settle for 3 field goals. Like, we got to punch that ball in.
Yeah, I'd like to get some points, more points in the first half. Like Billy was saying, they showed a lot of pictures of Caleb Williams yesterday, and I don't know if he was pissed at himself or he was barking at people, but he was obviously pissed. So, but
pissed at himself. It just didn't go the correct way. You know what I mean? But he didn't sit on the bench sucking it up. He was trying to fire his team up. He was trying to talk to him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I love that as a quarterback. Some quarterbacks will just sit there and, not pump each other up. He's being a leader, and I like that.
So, Broski, tell me some takes that you liked yesterday and disliked yesterday in yesterday's game.
Well, the first take is beginning of the season, actually. Ben Johnson's press conference when he's like, yeah, I really enjoy beating LaFleur twice a year. And then, Bears split with the Packers, and Packers fans were like, oh, I guess that's not happening. Well, he did beat LaFleur twice this year. So I just wanted to say that. But, yeah, I mean, it was such an odd game because, like, the first drive of the game for the Bears, they had a 15-play drive. So, like, you can't say they started off slow on offense. You know what I mean? Like, they needed to get a touchdown. They got a field goal, whatever. Still a 15-play drive. It took like 8 minutes off the clock. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how far the Bears can go playing like this at this point in time. I don't know if Ben Johnson really changes anything up. Like, do you start the next game coming out like how the Bears played in the fourth quarter and just like forget about running the football? We're just 100% like aerial assault, and we're just going to air it out and run quick offense and stuff like that. Or, what's your approach for the next game is like my biggest thing. I will say, love TJ Edwards. Don't have a don't have a problem with Tremaine Edmonds. I think they were both terrible linebackers this year. I think Tremaine Edmonds has been terrible since he's been on the Bears. And I think it's a blessing in disguise that Edwards got hurt because DeMarco Jackson is their best linebacker. And you noticed the difference when he came in. That guy's flying around. He's moving at a way faster speed than either of those two other guys. Losing Ozzie Trapillo, that's a big one. That's not good. But, hey, Benedict does have experience starting at left tackle this year. For a backup, he's solid, but they're going to have to help him out going forward.
So, Billy, what was your number? I know there's a lot of highlights last night, but what was your highlight of this game that you knew the Bears were going to win this ball game?
Well, just like you said, it was the passing. As soon as he switched it all up and he started throwing that ball and it started, moving out, and that's when it was like, all right, here we go with another half. I mean, that was just looking at it because our defense, like I said, it wasn't looking good, man. And I was one is just like, oh, we suck. We suck. Our defense sucks. And then, like I say, we started getting, the injuries happen and different guys came in and you saw a little bit of different defense. You saw a little bit more fastness out there, and it was just like, all right.
Yeah. So. And Billy, let me ask you this if you don't mind. So, like, you being at the game, did you notice, like, can you really notice, like, when DeMarco Jackson was out there that he's just flying around way faster than Edmonds or Edwards was, or is that just my take from watching it on TV?
No, that's what you see. That's what I saw out there, man. The way he moved, it was a little quicker. It was just like, all right, hey, next man up, man. Yep. But I look at the sideline. Like you said, seeing Caleb, he was upset, but he was talking with people, and that's what I like good about this team is, they were down, but they were still chatting with each other, and that's what they needed. That was nice.
Right. Yeah. I like to say one thing on the Edmonds thing. I don't know why people are stirring away from Edmonds. Ever since he's been in the league, he's been leading his team in tackles. Yeah, he needs to be a little faster. He is the leading tackler on the Bears. Mm-hmm. Is he getting paid a little extra? I feel that way, but I believe he's a good linebacker. And one more comment on something that I did not like in the game. I told Bill, the Packer fan, I like certain situations that Ben Johnson calls in situational, but in the second quarter, 4th and 4 on your own 32, you do not go for it. You punt the ball away. We gave him the ball. You didn't have to get a yard, and we're giving you 3 points with a 54-yard field goal. We cannot do that.
It felt good, though. It's something that we're not used to. We know we got to punt it, but remember them times where it was just like, come on, let's just go for it. I remember it. Felt like we're playing Madden.
It's different if we don't give up any points. We gave up 7.
Yeah.
We didn't punt all game. And the thing that separates from the beginning of the season and the season to the postseason is we barely had any penalties.
Yeah, I think we had 2
for
5 yards.
Yeah, we had penalties for 5 yards. I don't think we've had anything less than that, any close in the season. It's usually 100 yards, 50 yards, 70 yards. It's always like 3 15-yard penalties. That's crucial. Sometimes it's a big one, like a 25-yard penalty.
Well, yeah, last Packer game, we had 105 yards in penalties, and we still won that game, which was, and 3 of those were, 2 of those were Booker's with the, roughing the passer and stuff like that. But Dan, what was your take of the game? When did you know that Bears will win this game yesterday?
Starting when they missed the extra point.
Yeah.
But passing and passing the ball, and I'll admit it, I was worried going into halftime down 21-3. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
He did.
As soon as we started passing the ball, that first, we made it 21-9. I'm like, when we got that touchdown, I'm like, probably when it was 21-16 is when I'm like, all right,
McManus did miss 2 field goals, one of them over 50, but the crucial one was that extra point. In the game, they're down by 4. If you say they made that extra point, now you just got to do a field goal. So you're not forced to go for it all and get the touchdown, the tutty.
Shit, he lost us 7 points.
Right.
Yep.
2 field goals and an extra point. Yeah.
Oh, I love hearing Bill's voice in the background, all depressing.
Yeah, was that Bill?
That was Bill.
It only took you fucking 6 years, huh?
Here
That's
we
all
go.
right.
Bringing the fucking past up. Here we go. Oh my god. Well, I agree with Dan with the when McManus missed that extra point, and I was like, this is a setup here. We're gonna win this game. But me and Mike were talking about this last night. I know it was a big throw. It was that fourth down to Roma Dunze, that just dime pass. I was like, okay, we're doing this shit. So, but go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just gonna add to it. It's not like he was rolling out to his right where it's an easier throw. He's rolling out to his left, pressured, about to get tackled, and I don't even think his feet was on the ground, and he just threw a dart right down the feet, beautifully over the defender, right to Rome.
Yeah, the body control needed for that. He had to just automatically stop to and jump straight up, so his body didn't continue moving towards the sideline, so he could just square shoulders and make an accurate throw. Man, that was amazing. Like they said on the shows afterwards, there's only 2 quarterbacks in the league who can make that pass: Mahomes and Caleb.
Allen may be able to, they said, and I believe Allen could probably make that throw as well.
Well, I'm gonna go through the Mike. If you want to go through some of your slides, I was going to bring up the stats of the game yesterday. The time of possession was the Bears, 32 minutes, 41 seconds out of 27 for Green Bay. The total yards was Bears 445, Green Bay 421, and neither team had the 100-yard rusher, so we were both under 100. Green Bay with 99, Chicago with 93. Passing yards, Bears had 352, Green Bay had 322.
I couldn't believe was I didn't realize that Caleb had over 300 yards at one point. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking, and you're like, he's over 3. Yeah, he's over 3. He had over 250 in the second half.
This will surprise me because it's usually the flip side of the coin. Green Bay had 7 penalties. Bears only had 2, and one was when Dahlman, a little bit of a lean back and stuff like that. And thank God that was a penalty because he shotgunned that ball way over Caleb's head. That would have been would have been the game right there. Both of them.
A few times, sadly.
What's that?
Dahlman done that a few times this year. He's not very good in the shotgun for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, the one time he didn't even snap the ball. He forgot to snap it, and the whole offensive line moved. But this was the first game all year. I wanted to bring this up for the Bears, is that we lost the turnover battle, but we still won the game. The first time all year. Both teams had 1 sack, and we had 77 total plays, and Green Bay had 70. So I think we got to establish the run a little bit more. It looks like we veered away from it because we were behind so much. I understand that. But that if you rush the ball, it helps out the play action some more. So, but overall, we're on to the next round, and I want to go through this. We didn't do this all year, but I'm going to start with Broski. Who's your stud and the dud of the game yesterday? Give me your take.
Stud of the game, I have to go with Colston Loveland. With honestly, this might sound weird to people. I'm gonna say DeMarco Jackson and Booker like a close second, because those guys, Booker I feel is the only one on defense who played an entire game. Really gave it his all the entire game, and Jackson was a big difference maker in the second half. But player of the game for me, Colston Loveland. Caleb had a great game. Caleb had a good game too, but he had those, 2 turnovers. He had a fumble, whatever. So Colston Loveland, player of the game.
All right. Well, for the record, I know it's still an interception, but that rookie receiver Burden ran the wrong route. So one of those interceptions shouldn't have been, but it's still a pick.
But Burden was wide open on that. He didn't have to throw it directly to the Packers player.
That's what
Right.
I said, too. Like, Gruden-
Timing route.
He didn't even run the right route. He was supposed to go out, and he went in.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you still have to be able to see that he's wide open and throw it to the guy who's wide open too.
It's a timing route, though. You're throwing it to a place assuming the receiver is going to be there.
Yeah.
So whether you see
I
him
don't
or
know,
not,
but
it's irrelevant because you're putting the ball where the receiver's supposed to go.
But it was a deep pass, so he had time to read it and see that, like, hey, he wasn't breaking. You know what I mean? But hey, that's neither here nor there at this point.
It was a
But my MVP is Colson Loveland for sure.
But the thing is with that interception, it actually helped the Bears out because it was a 4th down play, intercepted it. That was 27 yards of loss of field position that Green Bay should have had. I would have, just dropped it, but I guess his ego was, more.
Well, both interceptions was technically on 4th down.
Right. That one, you could have just batted it down. Billy or Broski, who was your dud of the game?
Dud of the game? I mean, dud of the game for me was, man, I gotta go with Tremaine Edmonds, man. He's been a dud the majority of the season to me.
All right. Billy, what do you think? Stud and dud?
I'll go with Williams, man. Like I said, he came in and at the halftime, and I know you said you wanted to work on that run game, but no, I think you just got to let this guy run around and throw the ball. I mean, maybe that'll open up the run game, but we got, so my stud's going to go with our QB, man. I mean, he like I say, he turned it on, man. And my dud, man, I'm just going to go with our cornerbacks because there was a lot of catches. Deep passes that Love was throwing on us, man, and they were just like wide open. It's just like, what's going on? So,
what do you think, Dan? Stud and dud?
Same with Broski and Billy. I gotta say, both Caleb and Colston both had good games. Dud. Yeah, secondary. You couldn't cover, hard covering Dobbs and that yesterday. Dobbs was Jaden Reed, I think, was another one. Even Watson.
What do you think, Ken?
Stud of the game. It's hard not to go with the guys who got game ball, Caleb or Colston. But you know what? There's some unsung heroes in this game, and one of mine is Booker. The dude keeps progressing, and he keeps, I don't want to say he's wrecking anything yet, but he's really creating messes everywhere he plays. Always good for a play or two. So, unsung hero stud. I'll go with the non-obvious one and go with Booker. Dud. The entire team in the first half.
That's true.
Because it's almost like, I was thinking about this last night, though. So, first playoff game since 2020, which means that almost everyone on this team hasn't been in a playoff game as a Bear or in a playoff game. I think like the first half, they were just like, it was almost like it was too much for them. And then they came in the second half and said, guys, this is just a football game. We can play these games. And then they kind of figured it out. And fourth quarter said, you know what? This is what we do. And they came and won. And it just felt like that. It was really – because watching this game, man, sitting in the first half, you're like, okay, I guess this is too big for us. And then they kind of figured it out in the second half. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So, Mike, what about you?
The panel said it for sure. And back to the game balls. I seen who the game balls go to. I want to give a lot of credit to Caleb. He presented himself. He took the game ball, but he gave it back to Ben Johnson. Say he earned the game ball because it's
no, that was a separate game ball.
Playoff win.
Right. Yeah.
The only thing.
It was a separate game ball, but yeah, I get what but you know what though, Mike, I agree with you. It's more of like what Caleb said to the team because they get the game ball, they all give their little speech, and I agree with you, Mike, because when in a different way, but I agree with you. When he got the game ball, when you listen to what Caleb said, a lot of guys do the rah rah, but Caleb, dude, he sounded like a leader when he talked to the team after getting his game ball. And then they gave the coach a game ball, which is kind of tradition in a sense for those kinds of things. So he didn't give away his game ball. The team presented
Correct.
Ben with the game ball, but Caleb was the one who presented it. And still, the words he spoke, once again, like a real leader. And did you hear what his teammates were, when he spoke? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, they gave him that kind of respect. You know what I mean?
Well,
Caleb, dude, he's a leader.
For sure. And before they went to the locker room, what I liked was, I don't know if you guys seen it, there's two things. Jalen Johnson, instead of celebrating, he went to Watson to give him some voice of words to keep his head up. I don't know exactly what he said. I'd love what he said, but that's definitely sportsmanship.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you also seen the first two handshakes in the season for Ben Johnson and Matt LaFleur. Did you see that handshake last night after the game? That wasn't even a handshake. That was a run by Pat. Didn't even stop. Just run basically full speed. Barely touched his hand.
Well, that explains why Ben said "fuck the Packers" in the locker room.
Yeah, I remember that. I seen that. But I was
in the locker room. You said for some reason Sweat got it. He did come in the second half. He did show pressure.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. Booker should have got a game ball because he was all over.
Right. Well, like I was saying before, Ken, and I think I mentioned this last night. That game last night was the first time that the Bears had lost the turnover ratio, and we still won the game first time all year. My stud is obviously I'm gonna go with Colson Loveland. Amazing. Me and Broski were talking about this last night. I think the Tyler Warren, we should have drafted Tyler Warren, is out of my head right now. And my dud is, and I said this on the rant too, I don't want to see McLeod on this fucking field ever again. I just don't want to see him on the field. He was terrible. I know Gordon wasn't all healthy. It showed it during the game yesterday. He was getting turned around, burnt a little bit, but he was hurt. So, but yeah, that's my stud and duds of the game as well. So
McLeod's a backup for a reason, though, brother.
Yeah, I know. It's just, but yeah, I mean, on to the next round. We're probably going to be celebrating, bragging about this game the rest of the week. Mike, do you have any more slides you want to bring up of yesterday's game? Yep.
Wait, did you say we'd be bragging about this game? We would never do that.
No, because Packers wouldn't celebrate.
Exactly.
No.
Bragging about this game for years to come.
Yeah. Well, the excuses are the Bears didn't beat us. The Packers beat us. That's what I heard last night. I was like, come on, man. You got one of the best field goal kickers, McManus, not the best in the league, but he's respectable. And he missed two big field goals and extra point yesterday, and that could have been the game yesterday. So, but yeah, I'm hearing
the one field goal. I give credit to Ben Johnson for calling that timeout to ice him because he made the first one, but he called timeout, then he missed it to the left. So
it's funny though, and Mike, solid point doing the icing because everyone thinks icing doesn't work, and then you have what happened last night. Remember Cody Parkey? We don't want to, but Cody Parkey was the same thing. They iced him, right? He made the one. They called the timeout. Then he double doinked. So the icing does work in the playoffs, I guess. But I just love how like NFC North fans last night. That's what I heard. Oh, we were in a fluke season. Oh, you fell in the first place. Oh, whatever they could do to basically mitigate the fact that the Bears have won the division and won a playoff game yesterday. Like the Bears did absolutely nothing to earn that win last night. Yeah, they did. And you're just mad because you got your ass whooped because you choked. That's translation to me for the Packer fans and Lions fans and Vikings fans who are talking smack on how the Bears shouldn't have won this, that, and the other. No, you're just mad because you choked. If you were winning and you end up losing to the Bears, part of it is we came back and we kicked your ass. The second part is you choked.
Yeah, I saw on TikTok. I saw on TikTok all last night that the first half, all these Packers fans are like, "Hey, Bears fans, how you doing? Are you feeling okay? We're kicking your." Oh, it was about close to 30 videos I seen on TikTok like that. I was like, whatever, douchebags. Then they don't say nothing after the game. That it's like the first half with Billy. It's like pin drops in that stadium, right?
Oh yeah, man, it was brutal, man. That first half was brutal.
I gotta
Wow.
give some of the fans credit though, because some of us don't just watch the game. We do a video chat during the game, watching the game, just talking back and forth. I'm in other chats talking. Most of the chats were crazy until the second half, and then it got real quiet. And then
No,
like
Bears
5 minutes
fans wouldn't do that.
quarter, and like 4 or 5 of them's like, "Oh, we do this every time. Game's over. Bears, you win."
Yeah, and I want this season, I want the Bears to exercise all their demons this season. So, we made the playoffs, won the division, won a playoff game, beat the Packers twice, knocked the Packers out of the playoffs. Dude, we owe the Eagles. I want the Eagles, and I want to beat the Eagles. Man, we owe them big time.
That's
We
a
owe them
redemption
big
right
time.
there.
It's funny you said that because I've been talking about that too. Because if you rewind back to what I said, I would not have sat my players fighting for the number 2 seed because it's in the same situation. We would technically, I believe, go into Philly, but instead they're coming to Chicago.
Well, no, we would have been the 7th seed. Oh, we would have been the 3rd seed. So yeah, we would have gone
to Philly.
Yeah, we've gone to Philly.
Yep.
So that's a huge no-no in my book. Like, I wouldn't have sat them for the number 2 seed up for grabs for home field advantage besides the number 1 team. Like,
well, look at that. I've been saying all week, if since that game, if the Eagles come to Chicago and the Eagles lose in Chicago, Nick Sirianni might get fired. In fact, if they lose today, he might get fired. But he's one of 3 playoff coaches who I say probably had an idea that they could get fired if they lose. LaFleur was one of them. Tomlin, obviously, if he goes 11 years without a playoff win, he's probably out. But Sirianni, I mean, he could have had home field, right, with number 2, and he decided not to. And he's always, for whatever reason, the guy wins games, but he's always on the hot seat in Philly. But if they have to come to Chicago and they lose, I mean, he could almost be fired.
So everybody on this panel right now would rather play the Eagles than the Rams?
I don't care.
I don't
I want
care.
the Eagles. I gotta have the Eagles. I got my redemption last night because I had to sit in that NFC Championship game and the Packers won, and I had to sit there. I had to sit through that Eagles game with the double doink that was in my end zone. I had to see that. I need redemption on that. I need to be able to leave victorious out of that stadium. Bring on the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Bears can beat either team. And honestly, like, I'm not like super rah about it, but I don't know. I kind of am. Like, we owe the Eagles. Let's just do it. Let's just get it all off our chest. All, you know what I mean? Let's just get it all done. Let's exercise everything this season, man.
So, Broski, you want people, because I live in Pennsylvania, you want me to feel upset if the Eagles beat us and all these fans around me? Would you come protect me?
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely make some phone calls for you. Like I said, I mean, I've dealt with that for a couple decades. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm a pro at dealing with that. So, if you need advice, hey, no charge, Woody. Free consultation, and I might even make a phone call or 2 for you.
Well, Ken, before you came on, Ken, I asked everybody, which part of that game last night did you say to yourself, okay, Bears are winning this game? Truthfully.
I think after the Swift touchdown, I had the inkling, but then after the Golden touchdown, I was like, well, maybe the magic's not there. But then we marched right back down the field. I'm like, oh no, we're gonna win this game.
Yeah, right after that, McManus missed extra point. I was like, yeah, something's going on.
But it was one of those things, and it was weird because last night wasn't the nail biter in terms of Caleb has to make the play to win the game. It was the nail biter was, can the defense hold? And Dev and I were sitting watching the game going, okay, I'd be much more comfortable if I was having to have Caleb make a play to win the game than the defense holding. But the defense held. That's where we were last night here at this house. We were like, come on, defense. Like, just for the first time this year, hold. And they did. So I was like, okay, good. But I would have been much more comfortable in a weird way with the ball in Caleb's hand than in Jordan Love's hand. It just
Mhm.
worked out.
And you guys gotta remember that 10-second runoff. I think that was big.
That was big.
Well, the non-10-second runoff was big, though, too. And that's what I don't get about the rule. So the false start did not get a 10-second runoff because the clock had not been moving. I'm like, in a weird way, first off, I hate the runoffs, but I like the runoffs. I think we all do. So I'm like, I don't get that. Like, well, because the clock was already stopped, we don't do a runoff. But if the clock had been going, you're going to do a runoff. Shouldn't it just be a runoff either way?
No, there's always
a penalty in the last 2 minutes is the penalty in the last 2 minutes. If the idea was, but yeah.
There's always a little rule that we don't know about. You know what I mean? There's a new rule almost every year. Be like, I didn't even know that was a rule.
I think the runoff is because they saw it as prolonging the game when the clock was already running. And so if the clock isn't running, you're not prolonging the game, but you are, which makes no sense. But that's happened a couple times this year where you get that under 2 minutes. Oh, but there's no runoff because the clock wasn't running. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's either runoff or
it's like
the rule when you have a penalty, you always in the fourth quarter, you usually always have another play. But if it's on the offense with 0 time left, the penalty is not enforced, and it's ball game. It's like I never knew that until this year.
Or like with the defense, if the defense commits a penalty that would result in a runoff, the offense has to burn a timeout to not get the runoff. Well, wait a minute. They committed the penalty. Why would you penalize the offensive team in a sense with a runoff?
Yeah, it's like having a punishment for an extra timeout.
Penalty? There's not a runoff on a defensive penalty, only an offensive penalty, right?
No, I think there are runoffs.
I don't think it's on defense, though. I think it's only when the offense has it. I could be wrong. Like I said, there's a lot of rules in here that I learned every year.
Now I'm thinking if the team has, if you're on defense, you have no timeouts and you have an injury on the defense, right? Maybe? I have no idea.
Yeah, there you go. That results in a runoff. That does result in a runoff. It's crazy. But,
yeah.
You know, I mean, look, I don't know if I still have it in here, but if it's a penalty, it must be against the Bears. By rule, it's against the Bears, right? Because there were a couple like that yesterday, like some calls that, I mean, even, you know, they had the catch fumble scenario, and even Charles was like, yep, that was a catch.
Yeah, there's 2 of those.
That was a fumble. Yep, the Bears recovered. Nope, incomplete pass.
Yeah.
But I guarantee if a Packers player recovered that ball, these Packers fans would be like, "Oh my God, that's a fumble. We recovered it."
Oh, yeah.
But whatever.
It's always, you know, yeah. The whatever rose-colored lenses you happen to be wearing that day, whoever your team is will dictate that.
Yeah, but LaFleur challenged one of those. So I mean, if he would have won that, I mean, they won that challenge anyways. It was really quick.
Well, yeah, that's because on TV they said upon review, like expedited. So he didn't even have to use a challenge. But
he threw it out there though.
Yeah,
so it got some attention.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I guarantee if he wouldn't have threw it out if he would have recovered the ball.
No.
I'll tell you what though. I mean, last night, I mean, you know, Woody, Billy, you know, we've been around a minute. We've seen some games. Where do you guys rank this one? Being the older guys on the panel, not the other two, not the Broski and Mike are spring chickens. But
wow.
I'm not that younger, but sure, go ahead. I'm the young buck.
I think today you might be the young buck, man.
I'm 48.
Are you, Broski? Wow, I thought you were younger than that. I'm only 1 year older than you.
So, Mike, you are the spring chicken today.
Hey, Dan, how old are you, Dan? Where's Dan at? Oh, he got.
Dan's
I guess I am. 44, I guess, is the youngest.
And Billy's 36. That's good. So yeah, spring chicken. Yeah.
Yeah, spring chicken. So we'll start with the spring chicken, who's not the spring chicken, he says, but he is the spring chicken by age. Is this the most memorable Bears playoff game or game you've ever watched?
Who, me?
No, we'll go with Mike. He's the spring chicken. We'll go with the youth. The youth.
Yeah, for sure.
Billy?
Wow.
Just because I was there, yeah. I mean, so yeah, this was a real big one. I mean, you got to figure there was only 3 playoff games for the Packers. I was at 2 of them, and this one was a win. The last one we lost. So
Yeah.
I mean, this one was a big one to be at, man. That was pretty good, man.
Broski?
Yeah, it was. Absolutely. I mean, too many of the Bears games, playoff games, end in disappointment. You know, and yeah, this is the most exciting, memorable Bears playoff win for me.
Woody?
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I would think so. I would think that going way back, that division game against the Giants, but I was 10 years old. But that was really excited. The Fog Bowl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is the most memorable one, even though it's against our rival. It's just the way they came back and win this game at the end. So yeah, this will probably be the best one.
I'm in a 1A, 1B situation.
You're going with
The other
Saints.
game that's in the situation for me is the NFC Championship game against the Rams. We stuffed Eric Dickerson. You know, when Eric Dickerson was tearing up the NFL, he came to Chicago and I think had like 40 yards, if that. But yesterday was historic. I mean, and not only was it historic because it was the biggest comeback in Bears history in the playoff game, which before that, the biggest comeback was the whole 7 yards. Yeah, that's classic right there.
Wow.
But it was a true, you want to talk about a rubber match last night. For the season, it was a rubber match. For playoff history between the two teams, it was a rubber match. Between LaFleur and Johnson, it was a rubber match. And oh, by the way, Caleb is now 3-2 lifetime against the Packers. So it was a rubber match for the overall. So I think it's a 1A, but I had to at least mention the Rams game as a 1B because that was a pretty important game back in the 1985 season.
Yeah, and I kind of have a 1A also. It was the 2006 season, the NFC Championship against the Saints. I remember the snow falling, and when Thomas Jones punched that touchdown in at the end to kind of like seal the deal, man. I wasn't there, but dude, it looked like Soldier Field erupted when that happened. That looked like a great game to be at.
Yeah, and I really thought you were going to pick the Saints one.
I thought about that one, but the
Rams, you threw the Rams, and I forgot about that one.
Because man, I just remember the picture of Dickerson being stuffed at the line by the defense over, and that was back when we had the AstroTurf, and it was like negative wind chill out. You know, it was that kind of game. You know what I mean? It was Bear football weather, just iconic in every way. But last night, oh wow!
I mean, last night I had friends over last night, and the guy that came over, his wife and kids, I was at his house. He's a big Eagles fan. I was at his house for the double doink game, and I was like, "Dude, I'm never watching a game with you again." I said, "You know what? Come on over. They're not playing the E-girls. Just come over, let's hang out and stuff like that." He left at halftime when it was, Packers were up 21-3. And he texted me last night. He's like, "See, when I'm not there, you guys win a playoff game. When you watch the whole game with me, you double doink. You don't have to punch holes in my wall." So that was pretty special.
So you better not invite him next weekend.
Yeah, no, not next weekend. No. So it was pretty special last night. It was the biggest comeback, and Bears playoffs, and I was like, wow. I was still in shock at 2 in the morning. I was like, I couldn't sleep at all.
Me either.
It was just amazing. And I'm sure Billy was. Billy, were you still there at 2 a.m. or did you go home?
No, I was at the bar still. The bar was closed at 3. They turned the lights on real bright at 3 o'clock, so I was just like, okay, I guess I gotta go home.
Last call.
It was hard to sleep last night. It was weird in a good way weird. To sleep last night, just couldn't. Still amped up from that game.
Yeah, like I say, I was still at the stadium probably about a good hour and a half after the game. Like you said, nobody wanted to leave. So, I mean, even when I left the stadium, people were tailgating. I had to go through the lot. I'm like, wow, party was still going in the lots, and I was just like, this is insane.
You know what's funny about
God.
that, Billy? Though, is like when I went to the game in Washington after the Hail Mary, people
Uh-huh.
that's what we did. We tailgated, and I get why people do it. Win or lose, you know why they tailgate? Because they don't want to sit in their cars waiting to get out of the stadium. Like, we
Yeah.
might as well just throw out some food on the grill, and we can sit and have a party while we wait for cars to leave. It makes
And
complete
usually
sense.
you do that, but I mean, this was hours already and hours past the game. I mean, usually the lot's already empty. It wasn't empty. I'm like,
They're like, "Can we
unbelievable.
just sleep here till next weekend?" We
What
don't
was
want to
that?
leave. They're like, "Can
Yeah.
we just stay here till next weekend?"
Oh,
We
I
don't want
know.
to
And
leave.
it's like, I'm going to be here next weekend anyways. I'll just stay right here.
Right. Shit, even watching the game at home all year, I didn't sit much. I was standing like I was at the damn game. Like there wasn't much sitting, and I didn't
No,
get
there wasn't sitting. It was like
Yeah.
being at a Packers game, man. I mean, everybody was up all game.
I'm the same way, Mike. When I watch games, like if I'm at my place or if I'm just by myself watching them, dude, I'm standing, I'm pacing the entire game.
Well, usually I'm sitting, I'll yell at it and stuff, but man, I
Yeah.
move my chair to the side, I'm stepping, like you said, I'm pacing. It's like,
Yeah.
So my son watches a lot of games with me. And yesterday was the most vocal I've seen or heard him this season. He's usually a little more reserved when he watches a game, but not yet. Yesterday, he was actually being vocal with it. And yeah, at the end of the game, I think was the first time all season where I wasn't in my chair watching, yelling, screaming, whatever. I actually was up in my chair, just like nervously pacing with the TV. But it's playoff time, so you are amped up a little bit more than would say normal. Um, Man, I'll tell you what, did this team make a statement that they're in this thing. They're not here by chance. They're in this thing. And Micah Parsons said it best when he said, "We need to finish. These guys play 60 minutes." And now, yeah, Packer fans say, "I mean, you only play the last 15." No, they play a full game. And how many times have we seen in Bears history where we only played 3 quarters and we kind of ghost out the fourth? This team plays until the final whistle, and everyone and some people get it. Like Micah Parsons gets it. He knows that about this team. Um, that's why it's funny now. We're starting to get people go, "Oh, well, maybe the Bears can win a playoff game and move on." Because I said this last night in the after show. If you bet on the Bears all year, Vegas made you very rich because every game this year, Vegas had us as the underdog except for one.
Well, I think 2. Giants game, we were favorites as well in
Were we
Chicago.
favored on that one?
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't always believe the favor in the spread.
Oh, I
Like you
don't.
got a number 2 and a number 7. The 7 goes into the number 2 and still got a point.
2.5 points.
But
They were
Yeah,
2.5 point favorites.
Or no.
2.5. It was
Yeah,
2.5.
the 1.5. They were 1.5.
Favor.
Oh, drop.
Going back into the past, I thought they don't do that. It should be this year and this year only.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's,
remember that.
that's when the excuse makers come out. Well, they follow trends in history. It's like, dude, it's a football season. You can't look at what they did 3 years ago or 2010 and apply that to this team. It's a different team.
Right,
You know,
because they technically automatically give the home team 3. So
Three,
they were
right.
6.5. Like what?
Yeah.
Technically.
So I mean, look at. I expect the Bears will be underdogs all the way through, unless you're Nate Burleson. Nate Burleson has the Bears going to the NFC Championship game. He's the only one of the few that I see now giving the Bears a little respect, and he picked the Bears to do that before the game last night. So
I want to see tomorrow on NFL. I forget which one he's on. My favorite guy, the fucking guy I can't stand, Dan Orslowski.
he said we had no chance yesterday.
He said that the Packers will win handedly.
Yeah.
So I want to see his excuses and see what he has to say, and see if the Bears are going to lose handily next week as well. So
yeah, I'll give the Thursday night football crew a little credit. A couple of them did pick the Bears last night, which surprised me when they did, because I'm so used to everyone just picking against the Bears on these shows.
Right.
Dude, guys, look, this team, and I know like Sarah, oh my God, Sarah erupted last night when I said, if the Bears should make the Super Bowl, oh, there's no way you're making the Super Bowl. You guys aren't good enough to look it. You're in the playoffs. You can make the Super Bowl. I love the reaction of some of the fans in our division, even last night, with even the idea that the Bears could get to the Super Bowl, like, oh, there's no way in hell. Keep doubting us. You've doubted us all year. You laughed in our faces when we said we'd be a 6 to 10 win team and a dark horse to make the playoffs. Yet we won the division. We just beat the Packers in a playoff game, and you still want to doubt us? Please continue to doubt us, showing your ignorance.
How can we brag since we haven't won a playoff game since 2011?
Yeah.
That's what they'd
Right.
say.
Yeah,
I mean, true, but it's been a while.
it's been you fell into a lucky season. You fell into first place. It's a fluke season. Like, dude, my quarterback owns you. He's 3-2 against you. He owns you versus your heir apparent and Jordan Love.
I was going to say,
your head coaching and quarterback combo has not won a division, has won one playoff game in their history together. Ben and Caleb have matched you in year one.
yeah, I was going to say, is that John Doran? Was that John Doran talking?
And Caleb Williams has more NFC North Division champs than Jordan Love. So
Yeah.
how can we
Well, he
brag?
hasn't won one.
And not to
Absolutely.
mention, here's a stat that I seen. I seen a stat. Caleb Williams has more playoff wins than Trubisky, Cutler, and someone else combined.
Not Cutler. Cutler had 2.
Yeah,
There was somebody, but when I seen it, I was like, wow, that's kind of nuts.
Well, Trubisky didn't get any.
Nope.
Obviously, Fields didn't get one. The last quarterback to win a playoff game was Cutler.
Yeah, and Packers fans act like they've been running the division the past few years, and it's like, guys, you haven't won the division since 2021. You know, you won one playoff game against Dallas. Way to go! Like,
The fan base that's really surprising are the Lions fans because they're all like, they're still so butthurt. Like, oh, you guys suck. You guys got lucky. You won the division. It's like, dude, you didn't even make the playoffs. Like,
Ben
give a
Johnson
little credit.
can't do anything in the playoffs. And
Yeah.
Ben Johnson's a traitor. They still say
Yeah,
that.
the traitor.
well,
He
you
had
know,
a better game yesterday.
you could say 1 or 2 comebacks are lucky, but what do you say to 7? Is that a little clutch?
Well, the 6 of them were against shitty teams.
Oh yeah,
Or
there's always-
5 of them were
yeah,
against
but
shitty
then they
teams.
thought, well,
Fuck
who
outta
you
here.
picking? Oh well, New England. New England's going to beat everyone. Dude, New England had has only beaten one team with a 500 record all year.
Right. And this person right here said Rams taking it all. They barely squeaked by the Panthers. So anything could happen.
Yeah, some would say the Rams are a little soft.
You know, I mean, look, the Rams yesterday. Wow, what a game! That game was something too. Let's say that's what the Rams don't scare me though. Like, and we've beaten the Eagles. I know, you know, that's going to be a different looking game the next time around if we play them. Whether it's the Rams or the Eagles, I don't care. We can beat either team.
Especially
Yeah,
when
one that has me nervous is the
game that I've
Seahawks.
got pause for, if it gets to that, the only team I have pause for right now is Seattle. And
Mhm.
even then, I'm like, you know what, though? With our offense, is probably the best offense Seattle's defense will have faced all year. They have faced some really good offenses, mind you. But, you know, with the proclivity of their quarterback to turn the ball over, yeah, I can see us winning that game too.
And Seattle's better on the road this season than at
Yeah.
home.
They are. There's no reason. I see there's no reason to say the Bears can't go to the Super Bowl. None. The Bears can make the Super Bowl. We can get there this year. We have a team that is resilient enough, skilled enough, and wants it enough that we can get to a Super Bowl and win it. But you know what? In every step along the way, everyone's going to tell us we can't for whatever stupid. Well, because you guys haven't done it since 2006. Oh, you haven't been to the playoffs in 15 years, or whatever. You know, all the stupid arguments. That's what they are. They're stupid arguments. None of them have any basis in reality.
The past. I hate when people bring the past up. Who cares? Who cares? I don't
The
know what to say.
Minnesota Twins, last time they went to a World Series, had the lowest payroll in baseball. No one had ever played in a playoff game, and they won the championship, right? Was it them or the Angels? It was one of those two teams. I mean, you see it in other sports all the time. Who cares what happened last year? That's not this team. That's not this coach. That's not this quarterback.
So I don't know.
Uh,
On to the next week. What do you guys interesting games today? I know they're playoff games, but what games are you interested in watching? Obviously, the Eagles-Niners game, because that could be our potential next week, one of our opponents. What are you guys thinking?
Jaguars game.
I mean,
Jaguars and Bills.
Eagles-Niners has to be the biggest game for us on the schedule. But I agree with Dan that Bills game is going to be interesting too.
Everybody thinks the Jags are going to beat them. We'll see.
Because the Jags are like us, dude. Very quietly had a really good year. No one gave them any love. No one really, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they got a chip on that. They should have a chip on that shoulder too, because like us, no one talked about them this year. No one picked the Jags on these shows. The Jags will find a way to lose. The Jags, whatever. Trevor Lawrence isn't the answer. He's a bum quarterback. They don't have a running game. Hi, Uncle Rico. You know what I mean? I mean, they've been discounted like the Bears have to a degree.
And we both have pretty quarterbacks. One paints his nails and one looks like sunshine.
Pretty too.
I think I'm going to have to paint my nails for next game.
No.
Hey, Billy, you got the towel there? Is that the towel they gave out last night?
Oh, I got like 20 of them.
Oh man. Nice. How much you want for one?
Yeah, no doubt.
Ooh. Hey, I know one will be up for my next week for the score predictions.
No, that's fixed. That score prediction shit.
I mean, I have no money,
So just let me know how much you want one. I'll pay for the postage and everything, and just
no. The only way you get one is you got to come to Chicago.
I was today earlier.
I flew to Chicago week 2. Oh, what a game!
Yeah, it was. Like I said, I woke up this morning. I was like, I had to check the score. And I was like, oh, it's reality, because I thought it was a dream when I woke up. So,
I woke up and I was looking at my phone and I'm like, oh my God. And I just happened to see you were on and I'm like, I'll jump on. I'm going to go back to bed because I'm only on a few hours of sleep.
Well,
Billy,
like I said,
didn't think you required sleep at this point in life. I thought you just were fueled by Bears victories. Well, sleep when the season's over.
Billy's got to get ready to start building that new stadium, his union.
Oh, yeah. I don't care if it's Indiana, wherever it's at, I'm going to build it.
He's like, hey, tailgate starts on Thursday this week, so get there early.
I can't.
Fuck that. They're probably still there.
I was so upset because I had to work yesterday, so I couldn't tailgate. And guess who shows up at the South Lot at our tailgate? Brian Urlacher.
Oh,
he would have signed my van because he would have saw it and he would have definitely signed it. When I got there, they were like, "You missed Brian Urlacher popped in earlier." I'm like, "Are you serious?"
Wow. And Hester was at the game yesterday too.
Yeah. We had a couple more minutes. Thanks for everybody for coming on. Me and Ken will be back on Wednesday. Ken, you wanted to promote your show during the week?
Hey, don't forget tomorrow morning will be very interesting. Ken and Ken in the morning as Ken the Packer fan. We'll have to face Broski and I as we lament over the weekend. Guarantee you it's going to be the one playoff game they're not going to want to talk about. But guess what? We are.
But we're going to hold it to
it. Well, everybody, thanks for coming on today. Enjoy this victory. On to the next round. Enjoy the games. And everybody, bear down.
Bear down.
Yeah! Monsters of the Midway, we back in the game! Bears rising up! Hit a roar! Feel the flames! Monsters of the Midway, we back in the game! Ben Johnson leading, bed packing formation, taking over the noise, feel the domination. Lost to the Packers, but now we ain't done. We rise from the ashes like the blazing sun. Cold winds blowing, we ain't scared, we thrive. Caleb's launching bombs, watch those rockets fly. 300 yards deep, in that 80 degrees. Ain't nothing but a challenge, we do it with ease. Monsters of the Midway, ready to attack. Bears on the hunt, ain't no turning back. We whip the Browns, take them down like a pro. Next week on the Rivals, we steal the show. my cheese grater, reppin' on my gear. Watch me scream, blow, pack, blow, let them hear. At the throne we stand tall.